You know, that quote is kind of brutal, but it's true. And it's probably not because your email was bad or that the person on the other end is mean. Nope. It's because it looked exactly like the 40 other cold emails that just landed in their inbox today.
So what if you could build something different? What if you could build a machine, a system that pumps out cold emails that people don't just open, but actually reply to? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down. Let's get into it.
Look, the reason your emails are getting ignored probably comes down to just a few super common mistakes. The good news? It's totally fixable. There's a step-by-step system. But here's the kicker, the part that's going to surprise you. The most important step, it has almost nothing to do with actually writing the email.
All right, so here's the plan. We'll start with what I call the deletion problem. Then we'll walk through the 4 steps: building the machine's foundation, finding your target, crafting the 3-line email, and the all-important money follow-up. And finally, we'll see how this goes way beyond just your inbox.
Okay, step 1, the machine's foundation. And I know the subtitle says the boring stuff that actually matters, and it's true. This is all the technical setup that almost everyone skips, and it's the #1 reason their emails never even get seen. This quote from Taylor Heron just nails it. Deliverability first, offer second. Think about it. How can you even know if your offer is any good if no one's even reading it? You could have the most amazing, life-changing offer in the world, but if it lands in the spam folder, it's completely invisible. It's useless. This tech stuff has to come first. So what even is deliverability? Let's make it super simple. It's just the science of making sure your email lands in the main inbox, not the spam folder. That's it. It's not about magic tricks. It's about looking like a real, actual human sending an email, not some spammy robot.
So how do we actually do this? Well, here are the keys. First, don't send 1,000 emails from one account. That's a huge red flag. Instead, spread the love across multiple domains and inboxes. And keep the volume low for each one. We're talking like 30 a day. You also got to warm up your domains. Think of it like stretching before a workout. You do it slowly to build a good reputation. Oh, and here's a great tip. Try to match your inbox to theirs. If they're using Gmail, you send from a Gmail. It just works better. And finally, and this is a big one, stop obsessing over open rates. They can be misleading. The only thing that truly matters is your reply rate. Are people actually talking back to you? That's the real measure of success. All right, so our machine is built, and the engine is humming. It's ready to deliver. But a powerful machine is useless if you aim it at the wrong thing. So that brings us to step 2, finding your target. Who are we actually talking to? You have to remember this. A perfect email sent to the wrong person is still a complete waste of time. So we need to build a golden list. And I don't mean just filtering by company size. That's way too basic. You have to segment your audience, right? An email for an accountant is going to be totally different from one for a doctor. The real magic, though, is when you start layering data points. Imagine this, a brand new company that just got a bunch of funding run by a first-time CEO. Can you imagine the specific problems that person is facing? You can speak directly to them. Or even better, use social signals. Who just posted on LinkedIn complaining about the exact problem you solve? When you do that, it's not a cold email anymore. It's a perfectly timed, helpful conversation.
Okay, we've got our foundation, we've got our target. Now it's finally time to write the actual email. And the mission here is simple. Kill the fluff, get straight to the point. You know, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary, he just says it perfectly. He's like, if you want to talk to me, send one sentence. What do I want? What do I need? Are you interested? Yes, no. That's it. Busy, important people do not have time for your life story. You have to adopt that mindset. Yes or no. That's all they have time for.
And this right here shows you everything. On the left, that's the email that gets deleted instantly. It's got these long paragraphs, vague promises, and that awful fake personalization like, hey, I saw we're both dog dads. Cringe. But on the right, that's the one that gets a reply. It is short, it is direct, and most importantly, it's respectful of their time. You've got one line of real context, one line that shows your value, and one super clear question. That's all you need.
If you want a super simple recipe to follow, here it is, the 3 C's framework. First, C is for compliment, and I mean a genuine, researched compliment about something they actually did. Second C is case study, just one sentence that shows a result you got for someone similar. And the third C is call to action, a clear, easy, low-effort yes or no question. It works so well because it's all about respect and being relevant.
So now you're probably thinking, okay, great, I'm ready to start sending emails. But just stop.
Because here's the big secret. The email, that was never the hard part. Seriously, all that stuff we just talked about, the technical setup, finding the right person, writing those 3 lines, that was all just the warm-up act.
This brings us to the main event. Step 4, the money follow-up. This is all about what happens after they ignore you. And trust me, most people are going to ignore that first email.
I want this to sink in. The part that actually turns cold emails into money is what happens after they ignore you. This is the whole game. It's where everybody else gives up, which means it's where all the opportunity is.
Okay, but you can't just be annoying. There's a playbook for this. First, keep your follow-up sequence short, like 3 emails, maximum. Any more than that, and you're just spamming. And please, whatever you do, don't just bump the email. Nobody wants that. Every single follow-up needs to add new context or a different piece of value. Maybe the first email is about saving them time, and the second one is about making them money. And for your very last follow-up, make it super easy for them. Don't ask for a meeting, maybe offer a helpful resource instead. Remember, you're not begging, you're just checking in to see if you've got the right person or if maybe, just maybe, their priorities have changed.
So there you have it. That's the machine. You've got the foundation, the targeting, the short and sweet copy, and the money follow-up. But I want you to realize this is so much bigger than just sending cold emails. This is a universal principle for how to communicate effectively.
Seriously, the psychology here, it works everywhere. This isn't just a sales tactic. Think about it. The next time you email a professor or your boss or even a customer support team, the same rules apply. Be respectful of their time. Cut the fluff. Get straight to the point. Tell them what you need and make it incredibly easy for them to say yes. This is a life skill.
So let's end with this. The next time you sit down to write an email, I want you to change your thinking. You're not writing an email. Your job is to systematically remove every single possible reason for that person to say no or to just ignore you. So the real question is, what reason are you going to remove first?